There's a big brown retrieve by my nose. He just ate the egg in front of me. That's insane. Now that is a much better fish. Oh, it's another brown.
On the road, I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling.
Well, good morning. Today I am fly fishing a spring creek that has flooded recently. Look at that. That's well above the bank. There's been water all over here last week, but the stream is looking pretty good, and it's late season, so the trout are coming up from a lake and pre-spawning, so they're moving up to get ready for spawning, and the stream should be chocker full of fish. Now when the stream is low and clear, it's really clear, but it's got a nice tinge of color in it at the moment. It means the fish don't see us so easily, and I will hopefully still be able to spot the odd fish, but the pools should have, all the pools should have fish in it. Well, as I'm walking up, there's a pot of fish. Making their way up. There we go. Okay, cool. So the bit where I want to start fishing has got some fish in it. I hope. Those few are what's in here already. So yeah, I see some movement. This area here generally fishes quite well. Rightio. Let's start fishing. I have my 5 weight and an indicator set up. I haven't fished with an indicator for a while. I've been doing a lot of Euro nymphing off late. I've just got a weighted egg on. I think I'm going to have to increase the size on that indicator. I've got a 4mm tungsten bead on and I don't think it's going to live up to it. But there we've got a fish. Early on. Nice. Good strong fish too. That's how I wanted it to start. Excellent. Nice jumping too. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's get that one in. Only a little rainbow. I never turned my other camera on, but anyway. I dropped the fish. But anyway, we're on board. That's a good start. Well, we're on board with the first fish, and I forgot to turn the cool new camera rig on. But hopefully we should get a few more out of here. Come fishy, where are you? Yes. Oh wow, that's the smallest fish ever. Okay, rightio. We got a fish there. Go. Tiny little rainbow, pink worm. Must be a few bigger ones in there. There we go, that's a bigger one. No, surely it's not the same fish as I just released it. I hope it's not the same fish. Oh my god, that was 2 casts, 2 fish, same size. I'm not sure. I think it's the same fish. I literally just released it. Don't know. Oh my god. There. Okay, fish should be right there under the tree basically. I think I see another one up there. Just yep, there we go. Got him. Excellent. Cool. Just got the right drift, I think, eventually. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. It's actually quite pleasant to fish with the indicator rig again. Nice. Silvery fish. Flies out, barbless. There we go. Nice little rainbow. Not a huge one, but very nice little fish. Let's get that one away. Snag. Got to be a fish somewhere in there. Again, this is somewhere I would have expected to see a few fish in the tail. I'm not seeing any movement in the tail. Really don't think there's been anyone here in front before me. There was one other car, but I think he went downstream. Wow, look at where this flooding went. I mean, I'm quite high above the stream, and yeah, it's just debris everywhere. It's a lot worse than I realized. I kind of expected the extra flow then to bring the pre-spawning fish up from the lake, but maybe it kind of flushed everything out, and maybe it was just too much water. Definitely still a bit of color in here. Maybe there's salt, not sure, but really not a lot of fish around so far anyway. We'll see, you might come across some more. I just did see a fish in here. I don't know where it went. I can see a fish in there. I've definitely looked. Okay, let's see what those do. Oh, one ate it. Just a delay with the indicator. I saw the fish swim over to it, and then by the time the indicator dipped, it was gone. Let's try that again. Yep, got him. I saw him swim over to that. Should have probably struck earlier even. Oh, finally got one. Nice. This is a better fish than the ones this morning. Oh, that indicator went in. That's not great. That's definitely a better fish. Okay, so it's 4.5 pounds, so 4 pound, because I've replaced the netting on the net part of the weigh net, and that's actually 0.5 pound heavier than the previous net. Now that is a much better fish. Beautiful hen, fat silver condition, really nice. No point in putting it underwater. There we go. Well, it's been hard work this morning, must say, but yeah, so caught one. It was on the sort of pinkish egg, and yeah, quite happy. So I'm just fishing a single fly under the indicator, and what it is a bit dirty now, but it's just a single egg with a 4mm bead, and it's all it is a what they call a slush jelly chenille, or an egg wrap. You can use as well. There's egg wrap ones, and there's ecstasy eggs and stuff. It's basically just a fluffy chenille that you wrap around, and it creates a nice translucent egg in the water, and with a 4mm bead that's enough to sink it. And then I've just got a simple indicator rig on, and the single fly is less flies to lose, and on snaggy waters, and works really well. I've been doing that with Euro-nymphing as well. I've just been Euro-nymphing with a single fly like this, and if I don't feel like an egg, I use a pink chenille worm, or you can use a squirmy worm. That can work as well. And yeah, you can see there's a variety of the eggs over there, different colors, different sizes and stuff. I've got some different weights, but mainly I use a 4mm bead, and if it's really deep, a 4.6mm bead. There was more fish in this pool, but pretty much all of them went downstream where I hooked that fish, so I'm just going to keep moving up and see if I can find more but generally a tip for late season and winter, and especially in these pre-spawning run fisheries, if you find fish and there's a few of them, persist for a while. It's worth doing that. The fish will settle after a while after you've caught one, and you can generally catch a few out of a pool before you have to move on. So this winter late season fishery is quite different. So I'll try to give a few more tips as I go on throughout the day as well, and see if I can share some useful things. My goodness, just look at this. That's a fence, and a big fence post. Just look at this. It's been absolutely hammered. Look at those logs in there. Look at that log jam. Holy heck. Wow. Crazy. Well, this is not something you see every day. There's a trampoline in the stream. I like this inside edge next to the trampoline. I reckon that's where fish is going to sit if there's one. And there we go. There had to be one in there. Nice. It's been a little while between that last fish and this fish. Ah, came off. I was putting quite a bit of pressure on it. Oh, big brown just swam. Two big browns. There's a big brown literally by my nose. Egg. Just ate the egg in front of me. That's insane. Okay. He just literally swam down here in front of me. I don't know if you could see that on the, but I've basically got to try and net it straight away before it wakes up. Yes, like that. That is insane. That is insane. That was just right here. It just swam down and sat in front of me, and I dropped the egg in front of it. It's a huge jack. It's 6.5 pound. It's nearly 7 on the scale, so 6.5 pound. That's awesome. Look at that, man. So your day can change very quickly. Oh my goodness. Oh, battler of a jack. My goodness. Just look at that. Look at those colors. 6.5 pound. Oh, what an awesome fish. Wow. Just look at that fish, man. Wow. Well, just like that, a slow day doesn't matter anymore. That was very cool. It just came, I was just fishing right here, and I was casting into that further bit, and a brown came swimming down here, and then another brown came down and just turned around and popped in front of that log under the water. And I was literally just standing here, and I just flicked the line over, and I don't know how much of it in your GoPro you'll be able to see. I had to lift the line up and just get the egg in front of it, and it swam over, ate the egg and hooked it. It was like insane. It was insane. Just crazy, man. Just like that. And then I landed it by my feet because it just was thrashing on the surface. So an uneventful fight, but yeah, really cool fish. So yeah, just like that, my day just changed. So it's a good sign because I'm fishing pretty much all day today, so it should be pretty cool. Oh, fish. See a fish in front of me. That's a reasonable cast, but it might be. I hooked it. Oh, it's another brown. It's another brown. This is a more lively one. Okay, yeah, this is a much more lively one. This is gonna possibly not end well. I'll try and keep it up like that and try and net it quickly again. Nearly worked. Kind of went over the net. fucking successive, well, not successive casts, but that's insane. That's insane. How much is this one? £5. Wow. Insane. Absolutely insane. There we go. Another £5 brown. Look at that. That's an awesome fish, man. Fantastic. Wow. A little bit on the skinny side and a hen this time. But yeah, pretty cool. Let's get this one away. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, wow. Right. Not sure how to express that. I literally just walked from here up to there and spotted that fish sitting over the sand there and cast and caught it and just ended up back there landing it. That's how very fast your day can change. Alright, onwards and upwards. Look at this whole fence destroyed. My goodness. Oh, this bank's in clear now. So since I just lost my whole rig, I thought I'd quickly retie and just talk about what I'm doing anyway. So it's winter now and I want to fish deep, I want to get down, and I just want the nymphs to get down. I'm not so worried about turnover or lovely presentations or anything. So I'm using level tippet all the way through, but I'm using two different diameters mainly because I don't want to lose everything every time. So one of the things is if you have the one level section is either going to break at the fly or it's going to break at your leader connection, and then you lose the whole rig with your indicator and everything. So this first bit is 2x or 10 pound, 3x will do as well depending on what you fish next, and that I'm just made a loop and I'm going to loop that to my fly line. It's about 4 or 5 foot or something like that. I'm not too particular about the actual length of this section. This is mainly where my indicator is going to slide up and down, so I can get a bit more deeper, but the next bit is my tippet, which I'm going to use 4x. This is just nylon. Actually I fish often these days with just nylon. It's much cheaper on the budget than fluorocarbon, and I don't really see a great deal of difference. So this I'm going to do again, so that's about 5 foot, so I'm going to do about, guesstimate about 4 foot. I want this to be about 9 foot in total, because this is a small stream and it's shallow, and if you mess around with a long leader on a 5 weight and heavy flies, you'll just cry. So if I'm fishing something like the Tongariro, I will use this 5 foot, but then I'll probably go actually I'll probably go 6 foot of the 2 or 3x, and I'll go another 6 to 8 foot of the 4x, just to make sure I really get down, because Tongariro is a lot deeper and faster, and you want enough movement to slide your indicator, but you want to make sure you are getting down as well. And longer leaders, thin leaders, level leaders help you get down, especially with the indicator nymphing. If you have too short a leader, drag will prevent you from getting down, but you also don't want to go too long, because then you don't get the detection of the takes, and so the sliding indicator helps. Now at the moment, as I said this morning, I'm just fishing one fly, and in this time of year normally I would fish a heavy nymph and an egg, but I'm sick of losing double rigs and 2 tungsten beads and expensive flies, so I'm just tying the simplest egg patterns in different colors. This color has been working for me this morning. It's just that slush jelly chenille, which I buy from the UK, or I think there's some slush jelly available from NZ Fishing Flies as well. It's a different kind, and I've tied some with it. Some of these flies, like I think that one is tied with Reese's one, and I don't see any difference why it would work any differently. It doesn't got any flash in like these ones, but I don't think it makes much of a difference. And in this stream, I'll use four more beads, and any shallow water and stuff in the Tongariro also 4 mil, but I might on like the Hini or somewhere I'll go to 4.5 mil bead, just to get down in the short, deep, fast pools, or on the deep pools on the Tongariro. And if you want to, you can always, if you really want to get down, you can add split shot as well, instead of the double rig. So it's just the one fly, got my 4 or so foot of my tippet in this stream. That's mostly where my indicator sits, and I'm fishing these shallow riffles and stuff. And then when I go to the deeper pools, I will really lengthen it to go here. So the indicator is simple. I use the pre-cut New Zealand Strike indicator tubes. This is the small one. For like the Tongariro or something like that, I'll use the big one and use multiple strands of the stuff. So first I'll put this on now. I struggle to see. They've got a tool, and I didn't bring the tool along, but you stick the tube over and you hook the line. So now I haven't got the tool, so I've just got to slide it over here. And then you loop it and it goes through, so you create a loop. And then I like these because I know exactly how much of this needs to go up. This is the same, their yarn. So one strand of this goes through the small one, you won't get any more through it, and on the big ones 3 strands go through. But there's a trick to these ones because they don't float that well if you don't fluff them out properly. So I'll cut them to about that length, and then it just goes through that loop halfway, and you slide that back down to it. And then, because there's a thicker tippet as well, you just pull either end and it pulls it over nicely, and your indicator can now slide up and down. But like that, you'll struggle. So what they also sell is a tiny little comb, but I just cut a comb into bits because I lost the other comb. Actually, I probably didn't lose it, it's probably of some other gear. But then you comb this out to fluff it up. And now it becomes nice and fluffy, and that's too big for me. So I'm going to cut it, trim it, give it a bit of a trim. Like that. And now you want to put gel indicator on it, but floating. But first I dip it in the dry fly stuff first. You really give that a shake, and you could just probably fish it like that as well. But then I taught this trick. You put the gel floatant on the comb and you rub it into the comb, and then you comb it through. Otherwise it mats up and then it doesn't float so well. So now you end up with a nice little, very floaty, fluffy, dry indicator. And there you go, that's it. So indicator can slide all the way to the knot and fly. And you can, like a winter indicator, if you want to fish a small nymph, unweighted nymph, you can tie, if you use you can tie on, you can do a dropper, whatever other rigs you want to do, you can do that. But that's a simple system that's been working well for me, and in this stream it's very delicate as well. If you can put smaller beads on, easy, quickly change the fly and whatnot. So I hope that was a useful tip, and get back to the fishing. Another handy tip, a lot of these nylon spools don't come with any retainer for your nylon. $2 shops sells hairbands, colored ones, for like virtually nothing, like 50 cents or $1 or whatever. Buy a set of colored ones, different colored, and then you can color code your different tippets as well. I've got different colors on different things. Oh, it's the same color. There's a different color now. They're color coded. There's another one in here. There we go. I put green on my 3X. So your saves you the frustration of it coming off all the time. Sure, I saw a few fish in here. Yes, there we go. Ah, late strike gone. I was looking at one of the fish here when struck. It was a bit late. I think I see a fish. I need to get into a position where I can cast to it. Is it a fish? Oh, that is a fish. It's not the one I saw, but there's more fish in there. I think I found a pot of fish. Finally. I didn't see that one, I saw another one. Jack. By the look of it. Yeah. Coloured up jack. There we go. Oh, very coloured up jack. But anyway, there it goes. There's definitely more in there. So now I'm going to drop that indicator down because it's quite shallow in there. See the takes. Yep, there we go. This is what we want. Bring them down. There's a few fish in there. Oh, it's another brown, is it? Yeah, it's another brown. It's a small brown for this stream. It's beautifully coloured. Wow, it's a beautifully coloured brown. Oh, that's a beautiful little brown. Beautiful brownie. It's probably only about a couple of pounds, but look at the colours. Stunning little brown. Awesome fish. Tree stump over there. There's really a fish underneath it. It's a real disastrous territory if I hook something, which I have. It's unfortunately the bottom. Ah, now the top. Yes, I was just about to say this looks too good not to have fish. And there we go. We got a fish. This is gonna interesting one to land. It seems like a nice fat silvery fish. Provided I can even land it. Oh, there we go. Landed it. Okay, well, there it goes. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but it's a nice silvery rainbow. Very nice looking water. There we go, another one. Oh, that one came off. Oh, that's another one. Oh, there's a few in here. But I have got a massive rip around my tip of my rod. Ah, I didn't see that. That's two in a row lost. Ah. Can't believe I only landed one. Tad embarrassing. There we go, there's another one. Oh, that's a nice fish. Oh, he's got me under a log, which is not great. Ah, yeah, I'm going. That's not going well. Got me under a log on that side. Man, okay, right. That's 1 out of 4. Not a good ratio. I don't know if those bunch of big dark shapes are all fish or what, but I'm going to see if it is, or is it just logs or rocks. I think it's just logs or rocks. It's too big. There's good water nonetheless. I'm sure there's going to be a fish or two in here somewhere. Oh, there's one. Shit, it's deep in here. Nice fish. Cool. Nice rainbow. Let's get that one away. If you are new to this winter fly fishing thing in New Zealand, and especially if you want to go and fish the rivers around Taupo this winter, and you found these tips in this video useful, you might want to look at the links I'm leaving below in the comment and the description of the video. I have a online course about fly fishing in the Taupo rivers in winter, and it's a full online course with everything you need to know: access, where to go on the rivers, where the access points are, where the pools and stuff are, how to fish them, all the different methods, all the flies and everything. I go in, I think there's like 3 hours of video material in there and demonstrations and everything. So have a look at that link below and you might find that useful. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have pretty much ran out of GoPro battery and I am done for today. So I had a fantastic day, very happy about those brown trout. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.